Okay, we'll attempt this without smoke. It's a nice day. Smoker's on its way, but not quite here yet. Too impatient. So check the top, no queen. This is our swarm that we put a queen in that had a rough go, which is kind of just a fun experiment, what beekeeping's about. In a previous video, we just did a direct introduction, and she kind of got a little flighty, fell down here, walked in the bottom board down there, and then we found her a few days later on this frame here, kind of worse for wear, but we left it just to see what would happen. Here's our Canacell frame that's now got nectar in it, and they've got a bit of pollen packed in. Nice and calm in the cone. They're acting like they have accepted that queen. They're being quite pleasant. So this will be quick. On this frame, if there's eggs on it, I mean, it would show up like no problem. There's no eggs there. And no, oh, we got a laying queen. So if you look in here, this is a Canacell frame. Very easy to see into the bottom of them. And every single cell there has an egg in it. Let me just have a closer look for a sec. You can see the eggs are, by the age of those eggs, you can tell they're just about laying down. So that means they're about 4 days old. By tomorrow, they'll be laying down. You'll see a very clear liquid, which is the first bit of feed, like so very young larva that has just that tiny bit of feed around it. Maybe, I'm not sure if you'll ever be able to see this, but I'm going to point that out right there. Can you see?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's freshly hatched. The rest of these are almost hatched. That one's hatched because you can see the wet, clear liquid around it. Once that, that's the perfect age right there when you're looking to do. Previous couple days ago, I was talking about split cell. We never got to do it because we kept on finding other issues and doing hive management. But if I didn't have a queen here and I wanted to do a split cell, I'd take my hive tool right there, about halfway up the cell. I'd pull it down like that with my hive tool or a knife or whatever, and make about that much room underneath it, maybe a little bit more. And that half cell there, I go on either side of that with something like a little, pin or even my hive tool, and scrape out the larva on either side. And then that one in the center, what happens is this is the perfect frame to do it on. It's fresh, nice wax. They're going to be able to build a nice, huge queen cell coming right down there flat with this frame. And that's what they would do if they didn't have a queen. So since they have a queen, they won't do that, and they'll just repair it. It's very important you choose a larva to do that. That's freshly hatched with a white feed, like clear kind of feed there. It's clear kind of looking. Because that's the proper age. It'd be like, less than 24 hours old. If you try to do this with an egg, they'll just take the egg out. So, I mean, for whatever reason, bees will not work with an egg, but if it's freshly hatched like that and you do this, they'll make it into a queen cell. So very important not to try with eggs. Same with when you're doing, if you're doing like the Nicote system or any of the systems where you don't use grafting, and they put an egg in the cell. If you take those and move them into a mating nuke, they'll just clean the eggs out. But if you wait that extra time for that egg to hatch, and as soon as it's white, they're giving that clear feed, and you put it into a mating nuke, they're going to work it and make a queen. So a common mistake is trying to transfer things when they're still an egg. All right, let's have a look. So this, a lot of misconception. People keep calling these queen cells. It's not. I mean, there's no egg in there, nothing. They'll always do that when they're good and healthy. They prepare ahead of time. They'll have those sitting there, and if they decide to swarm, they'll draw those out and put a queen in there. So I think we'll go through and try to find that queen because she looked pretty rough before, and let's see if she
she's laying,
repaired herself. So here, she's not there. She'll be easy to find. Again, right here, this one's drawn out a little bit more. We can check to see what they're thinking, and there's nothing in it, so it's kind of just meaningless. They always prepare those. It's not a queen cell. It's a queen cup. Okay, no queen there. So, and she's been busy. She's eggs right through, so she got to work. Took her a couple days. This side has eggs as well. So we'll see how many frames of eggs she's got onto. She's capable. I mean, she was in rough shape, but a good queen will be able to lay up to around 2,000 eggs a day. So we'll see how many frames across we have eggs on. This one's too hard for me to see, but no queen. Now this is getting heavy with honey. What I could do with this already, and that's got, does that have eggs? I don't think there's eggs there. So what we can do with this, they're probably going to pack this out with honey, and they're getting to the strength where I don't want them to start thinking about doing a swarm cell. I would add a box to this already. No queen there. No queen there. I'll just knock this down. And if any of these are empty, I'm going to move it into where I just have this honey frame. It's a bit of a checkerboard, they're ready for that, or to add a box. Anyhow, we were fast there and missed the queen. So this one, I mean, there's honey on top. It's got empty on the bottom. It's still better than having this big one that's completely full in the middle. So we'll checkerboard that one in. If I wanted to get more frames drawn on it, this would be a good time to do it. There's still a decent enough honey flow going on and they're building out. So put this here. And now with this one, I'd be comfortable, like this is on a picnic table, swarm here. One night, if I remember, what we'll do is pick this up and it'll have to be moved to one of our other bee yards. Have a box added once I move it. I don't want to move it with 2 boxes on it. No need to move something heavy like that. And away we go. So this one's ready to go. It's ready to have a box added and go to another bee yard and not be on this picnic table anymore.